Hello everyone, this is Teacher Chan, your math companion for today. In today's video, we're going to discuss about the correct order of operations. But before we go further, let us first answer the task that was given in the previous video. So the task was, you're going to find the missing digit here in 13,500 blank 4 to make this number a divisible by 11. Now there are a lot of possible digits from 0 up to 9. Now we have here 13,500 blank 4 and we are going to look for the digit to make this number a divisible by 11. Now what do you think is the missing digit? Remember, if we're going to add all the numbers in the odd places, that will give us 10, right? Because 4 plus 5 plus 1 is 10. Now remember, the sum of all the even digits should be 10 also, okay? So that the difference is 0. So what do you think is the missing digit here? What do you think is the missing digit? If we're going to add 3 plus blank, or this digit will give us 10. The digit is? Very good, it's 7. So the missing digit is 7. Now for those who answered 7 in the comment section, congratulations, and for those who did not make it, better luck next time. Alright? So since we answered already the problem in the previous video, it's time for us to proceed in our lesson for today. And it is all about, again, the correct order of operations. Or it is commonly known as PMDAS. PMDAS, which stands for, very good, parentheses, M stands for multiplication, and D stands for, yes, division, A for addition, and S for, definitely, subtraction. Now what are the rules or what are the steps on how to follow the correct order of operations? Step 1, we always have to start with the parentheses. Now we have to perform first all the operations inside the parentheses. Second step, multiply or divide. But between multiplication and division, always start with the operation on the left. Whichever comes first, if division comes first, then you have to divide first. If multiplication comes first, then you have to multiply before you divide. Okay? So it depends on whichever comes first. Step 3, add or subtract. Between the addition and subtraction, always start with the operation on the left. It depends on whichever comes first. If addition comes first, then you add. But if a subtraction comes first before addition, then you subtract. Now to understand more on the correct order of operations or PMDAS, I will give you some examples. Now I have here is a set of examples for you to understand more on the correct order of operation. First example, 10 minus 5 plus 3. In this kind of expression, there are two operations involved, addition and subtraction. Now we are going to decide what to do first or what to perform first. Are we going to add first or are we going to subtract first? Let's find out. Now what do you think we're going to perform first? Subtraction or addition? Correct. Since the subtraction comes first, so we have to subtract before adding. Okay? So what is 10 minus 5? Awesome. It's 5. Then bring down 3. What is 5 plus 3? Definitely, it's 8. Next example, 15 plus 6 minus 10. Same with the number 1, there are two operations involved in this particular expression. So what do you think is the operation to be performed first? Subtraction or addition? Very good. Since that addition comes first, we have to add. What is 15 plus 6? Definitely it's 21. Bring down 10. Now remember, do not forget to bring down the remaining digits or the remaining symbols. What is 21 minus 10? Correct, it's 11. So the answer is 11. So we say that 15 plus 6 minus 10 is 11. Third example, 4 times 3 divided by 6. In this problem, there are two operations involved, multiplication and division. Now, what do you think is the operation to be performed first? According to the rule, whichever comes first. If multiplication comes first, then you multiply. But if division comes first, then you divide. But in this case, multiplication comes first. So we will multiply first. What is 4 times 3? Correct. It's 12. Bring down divided by 6. Now after multiplying, we have to get the quotient of 12 and 6. What is 12 divided by 6? Definitely it's 2. Therefore, we say that 4 times 3 divided by 6 is 2. Next example, 18 divided by 9 times 2. Also, the problem has two operations involved. Now, in this case, division comes first before multiplication. So we will definitely divide first. So what is 18 divided by 9? How many 9s are there in 18? There are 2. Bring down the remaining digits times 2. Now what is 2 times 2? Correct, it is 4. So, we say that 18 divided by 9 times 2 is 4. Now I have here 5 times the difference of 90 and 50. Again, 5 times the difference of 90 and 50. Remember what we mean when we say difference? Yes, answer of subtraction. In this case, there are 3 operations involved. We have multiplication, we have subtraction, and we also have parentheses. Now, which do you think is the operation to be performed first? Is it multiplication or addition or subtraction or parentheses? Correct. If we go back to the rules that were given earlier, parentheses comes first. So we're going to do the grouping. Alright. So what is 90 minus 50? Very good. It's 40. Since that we get over the difference of 90 and 50 within the parentheses, it's time for us to remove it and bring down the remaining symbols and digits or numbers. So what is now 5 times 40? What do you think is the product? Let's multiply. 5 times 0, that's 0. 5 times 4, it's correct, 20. Now we say that 5 times the difference of 90 and 50 is 200. Did you get it? Let's try this another example here on the right. 2 times 14 minus 7 plus 3 divided by 5. In this problem, or in this expression, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different operations involved. Alright? So what do you think is the first thing to do here? Are we gonna multiply, divide, subtract, or add? What do you think? Very good. We have to do first, or we have to perform first all the operations inside the parentheses. Now what are those operations? Subtraction and addition. Now between the two, we now decide which to do first. Remember, subtraction comes first, so we will subtract before we add. So what is 14 minus 7? Correct answer is 7. Bring down 3. Since that we are not yet done performing all the operations inside the parentheses, then we still bring down these symbols. And bring down also the rest of the expressions. We have divided by 5 and 2 times. Let's continue performing all the operations inside the parentheses. What is 7 plus 3? Correct, it's 10. And that makes our computation inside the parentheses done. So it's time for us to remove the parentheses and continue with the other operations. Bring down divided by 5 and bring down 2 times. Now there are 2 remaining operations between division and multiplication. Which do you think is the first operation to perform? Very good. It's multiplication, since multiplication comes first. So what is 2 times 10? What do you think is the product of 2 and 10? Correct, it's 20. Bring down 5. Now what is the quotient of 20 by 5? Awesome, it's... If you are well versed of multiplication, the division for you will be easy. So what is 20 divided by 5? Let's keep count. 5, 10, 15, 20. There are 4 5s. Now we say that 2 times 14 minus 7 plus 3 divided by 5 is 4. Now since we're done already discussing all about the correct order of operation, or PMDAS, let's try to answer this question. Okay? And we're now on the math chat part. My question is, why is it important for us to follow the correct order of operations? Again, why is it important for us to follow the correct order of operations? Why do you think? What will happen if we're not going to follow the correct order of operations? For you to answer it correctly, let me first give you this example. I have here 10 minus 2 times 3. Remember, without the correct order of operations, or without this guide, we will come up with different answer. Let's find out. If I'm going to subtract first, without following the order of operation, then 10 minus 2 is 8 times 3. That will give me what? Very good, it's 24. But with the correct order of operations, with the same expression here, it will give us a correct answer, which means we have to multiply first before we subtract. Because multiplication comes before subtraction. So what is 2 times 3? Correct, it's 6. Bring down 10. Now what is 10 minus 6? Definitely it's 4. Look at the answer of the 2. This answer came up without following the correct order of operation. And this 4 here is the answer when we follow the correct order of operation. And look at the big difference between the 2. So it is very obvious now that with this correct order of operation, it will guide us all to come up with the same answer. Did you get me? Alright, so this is the importance of following the correct order of operation. Since that we're done already with this very important question and we answered it already, it's time for us to proceed to the task. This task will be given to you today, but we are going to answer this in the following video. Are you ready? So I want you to drop all your answers in the comment section. So the task is, you're going to find the missing operations. There are different kinds of operations. We have subtraction, multiplication, addition, and division. And you also have to fill it in with the correct operation, making sure that this equation here will give us 20. So what do you think are the missing operations? Okay, I want you to fill those boxes with the correct operations, and we will answer this problem in the next video. So thank you so much for finishing this entire video. I hope that you learned so much things from our discussion today about the correct order of operation. This has been Teacher Chan, your math companion for today.